Everybody, so sorry if the echo is, weird, but this is a new what if that one of my my subscribers, wanted to see. Now, I did give this, idea in my what if Deku was Minetta's brother. I'm still gonna be continuing that, but yeah, guys, you should know already that my what ifs are anime. My what ifs are, randomized throughout and through in. But guys, I would really appreciate if you guys, gave me something to, work on and have um, a certain time of what is that you guys want me to make part 2s or 3s or 6s or 7s of. So this one subscriber send me a couple comments, so I will be uploading this what if, and then also we will uploading what if Deku had the Omnitrix part 8 or 7, I think. But yeah. So guys, and I also will be uploading what if Deku was a werewolf part 7 because I haven't, uploaded that one for a long time. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoy the what if. Let's get into it. So guys, let's get started. So guys, I also got some comments about my Spider-Man what if. So I will be uploading that one after my Ben 10 what if that I'm going to be uploading in my werewolf what if. So let's get into it. Now this might be one of my favorite sibling what ifs, my second favorite, well my very second sibling what if. So let's get into it. This is what if Deku was Tokoyami's brother, part 1. Now, Tokoyami is the older brother, just like, my other what if, and Deku's the younger brother. But by, seconds this time, because Deku was born a twin to Tokoyami. Because in my Mineta what if, Deku was born a couple months after Mineta was born. So, Tokoyami was twins with Deku. Now, Deku in this universe has black hair instead of green hair, but Deku has the same, upwitty, upwitting personality that he has in original canon. But Deku is a little bit more, confident in himself and doesn't get pushed down because Deku in this universe is born with a quirk, but a bird quirk. Now, Tokoyami has a bird head probably because one of his relatives had some sort of bird quirk, but his real quirk is, Dark Shadow. But Deku's quirk is actually a bird quirk, similar to Hulk's quirk. Now, Deku's quirk is called Godwing. Deku can summon glowing green wings out of his back by will, and these wings are indestructible. I mean, like, not even One For All can beat through that shit. His wings are so strong that they can literally cut through the fabric of reality. Deku's wings are so sharp and incredibly hard to break or even melt down. And Deku's wings are made out of a super valuable metal that can literally be more expensive than the whole entire world itself. Deku's wings can also shoot out energy blasts while he flies. And Deku can also detach feathers from his wings, making them, stick into things like, a shuriken, and they explode into a green energy blast. So Deku's wings are pretty versatile. Deku can also fly to the point of Superman type of level, to the point, he can fly around the world and switch and rearrange time. Now, the reason why I'm basing these wings off of some sort of green, super powerful thing is because these wings aren't really even a quirk. They're more or less a gift from the gods. Yep, I'm doing this. This is what Deku is Tokoyami's brother / sort of a, chosen one type of thing. So Deku was born, because the gods just thought, Deku didn't really need to know yet, so they just gave him his godlike gift when he was about 10, making it seem like it was a quirk. Now, Deku's wings, basically, let me do your recap. If my, last recap wasn't good enough, Deku can shoot spikes from his wings, aka his feathers, but his feathers regrow right the second after they come off of his wings. Deku's wings also Deku's wings also rip through his, clothes or shirt if there, on his wings. And also Deku has two blue dots where his wing stumps should be if when the wings, attach or, come out. And Deku also has the ability to make them small or make him like super huge. Now the max wingspan of Deku's wings are about the max wingspan of Angel's wings in the movie or the comic books. So yeah, Deku also can shrink his wings down to a point of pretty much bat wings. Normal sized bat wings that don't really do anything, that are just, there for show or for lighting, because Deku's wings do glow a greenish blue-ish color. Deku can all Deku can also use these wings as some sort of shield. Deku can, put him in front of his body when he grows them out and use them as a shield. Kind of like how Lucifer did in the TV show when he shielded the detective, and also how Angel, you know, shielded himself or, took off. Because he shielded himself, then he pushed his wings back on his body. Now, Deku's, you know, starting position when he starts to fly, Deku either jumps off some sort of, high area where he is, or he just jumps into the air with all of his might when his wings, just start flapping crazy. Now, Deku's wings flap, so they don't, just there, and Deku just floats. Deku's wings actually do flap. Deku's wings, when Deku flies, it's exhausting as, running. So yeah, but not as exhausting because Deku doesn't, get sore or anything. But yeah, so Deku trained over, after Tokoyami started training. Deku and Tokoyami trained together, finding out their powers. Now Deku will actually have a lot more, abilities with his wings later on in the story, but for now he's just going to be limited to those powers I just explained. So Deku starts training with Tokoyami over the months and years, and starting, having a stronger connection than any other twin. Now, they already had a connection, but their connection is more stronger because they both, Deku's quirk and Tokoyami's quirk are completely different, but they are, they're completely different people, and their quirks are completely different, but they do, still love each other because they're brothers. So now Tokoyami does still have the personality that he had originally in canon, and nothing really changes with Tokoyami. Deku's quirk just Deku's quirk just changes, and Deku's more confident. So we do a time skip when Deku's about 15 and Tokoyami's 15. So Deku and Tokoyami have a really good, life. Now Deku never met Bakugo because Tokoyami, I think, doesn't go to the same school as Bakugo. So Deku and Tokoyami never met Bakugo. Deku never met Bakugo, meaning that Bakugo, still has that same cocky attitude that he had originally, but, he only had lackeys as friends. So yeah, Deku, so we skipped Deku, going to, whatchamacallit, sorry guys, going to the entrance exam, after the whole entire 10-month arc training when he trained with, brother. Nothing really changes. The sludge run attack still happens, but All Might, doesn't have, All Might, still has enough strength to step in and save Bakugo because All Might didn't, use up his strength to save Deku originally. So Bakugo doesn't get killed, and pretty much nothing really happens. But we switch to the entrance exam. Tokoyami and Deku go to the entrance exam. They could split it up, but, they go to the separate ways, and they both pass. Now, Deku's, let's get into Deku's entrance exam. Now, Deku is in, the waiting room, and Deku doesn't bump into anybody, or trip and make Ochaku, help him out. Deku's just, there. So they start, and Deku starts just, summoning his wings and flying off. Deku flies off, going to robot, stabbing them with his wing spikes. Deku starts flying into the air, shooting more spikes down from the sky, taking out robots left and right. Deku eventually comes across his airport and robot about to fly away, but he sees a girl under some rubble. Deku flies down there and pries the rebel off of her with his wings. Now Deku's wings, I forgot to mention this, but Deku's wings have super strength to them. They have about the same strength as I about the same strength as Canon Deku with 12% of one for all. So Deku's wings are pretty strong. So Deku grabs Ochaku, cradle style, and flies off. He flies down to Recovery Girl and drops Ochaku there. Deku flies back into the model city, stabbing more robots left and right, gaining about more points. Eventually, the match is over and they get sent all home. Deku goes back home, walking in whatchamacallit, walking at his house, seeing Tokoyami there, looking at him, taking off his shoes because Tokoyami did get there a couple minutes before Deku came here. So Deku says, What's up, big bro?" And pretty much they sit down, watching TV. They go to sleep after that. A couple days later, they get the note from UA that they got in. They, celebrate everything, and they go to UA the next day. They go to UA, and Deku walks into class 1A. So, Deku walks in there with Tokoyami, and they sit down. They sit down next to each other. And guys, go in the comments of what kind of person you want me to ship Deku with, because I really actually don't know who I'm going to be shipping Deku with. I don't know who I should ship Deku with. But yeah, just go in the comments, guys, and ask me who should I ship Deku with. And I can ginger swap people, so that's, you know, option. I can ginger swap somebody. It's an option. So Deku sits down in his chair with his brother, and pretty much everybody else shows up. Aizawa shows up and explains to the class they're doing quirk assessments, and pretty much Deku didn't have, the whole entire conversation with Ochaku, because Ochaku just saw her, in the air looking down and looking back up and only seeing, glowing greenish, bluish wings and black hair. So yeah, so Ochaku will eventually, notice it was Deku that saved her. But yeah, so Deku goes outside with everybody else after Zawa explaining to go to quirk assessments, and they get started. Deku's told to throw the ball first because he got the highest score. Deku grabs the ball, throws it up in the air, summons one of his wings, and hits it like his wings are like bats on his back. The ball goes flying, going out of the atmosphere. Everybody's, shocked that Deku's so strong. After that, for the long jump, Deku just flies over it. For the race, Deku flies past everybody, ending it. For the strength test, Deku just uses his wings to grip it, and Deku gets a pretty good score in all. Gets about first place. Everybody else gets the same score, but lower down, and Mineta gets expelled. And guys, go in the comments of who you want me to, replace Mineta with. So after that, everybody gets told to go back home, and Deku walks back home. Deku's walking back home, and yep, this is one of my series when I, include, whatchamacallit. Oh yeah. Now guys, you're probably wondering, why did I, use wings? I used them because, if you know Immortal Rising Phoenix, the new, the new game that's been coming, the new game that came out. Yep, guys, I'm going to be doing the mythological, treatings in animals in this What If. Deku's walking down the street and he hears, a riddle. Deku's brother is right behind him and he looks around and says, "Who the hell is that?" Pretty much is walking and, looking around themselves. Eventually they hear, a huge thumping sound behind them. They look behind themselves and they see some sort of huge cow bull man with huge ass horns. They say, "Sir, can we help you?" And pretty much the man or the thing grabs Tokoyami's head and chucks him across the street, sending him on the other side of the road onto the other side of the sidewalk they were walking on, knocking out Tokoyami clean. Deku runs over to Tokoyami, using his wings to fly over the street to get to Tokoyami. But when he least expects it, Deku's wings get grabbed by the Minotaur, and Deku still feels a sharp pain. The Minotaur is trying to pull the wings off of Deku's body. Deku is making its wings and forcing and glowing them louder and louder. Eventually, Deku's wings, start filling up, and green flames appear around Deku's wings, burning the Minotaurs or the Horn guys' hands off of Deku. Deku looks behind himself and sees his wings on fire and says, "What the hell?" Pretty much, panicking and making all these spikes, these wing feather spikes coming out of Deku's wings, making them stab into cars left and right, and also some of them stabbing into the Minotaur's chest, killing the Minotaur. Deku's, really, really scared. Pretty much next day, Deku flies his brother, to home, and they look on the news and they find out that a man that was killed on some street, was found out that it wasn't a man. It was some sort of animal with a quirk. Deku was confused and said, "Well, the thing didn't speak, but it did have, human-like intents or something like that." Deku was confused. Now, we switched back to Olympus with with some sort of god talking to himself, saying that this kid will be the chosen one, and he will break the curse. So guys, I'm gonna leave it off here. See you guys later. Bye. Have a blessed day. Have a nice day. Whatever. So guys, see you guys later. Bye.